What's good, my fellow troops? My name is Xavvo, and welcome back to a brand new video. So, today marks the day that I'm going to finish Priceless and Interstellar Camos for Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer.
Hey, got him.
We do have Serpentinite and Borealis to finish. I'm still quite a way off to do with those ones, but there'll be a video soon of me finishing those. But as you can see, here we are. I have essentially got the last weapon to do for multiplayer, and that one is the DTIR 3006. So this is the battle rifle that came with Season 6. Now, I honestly was expecting maybe there'll be some sort of mid-season update that might come at some point in this season, like some new weapons, but no, that is legitimately the end of the game's updates. This is the final update, and the last two weapons is this battle rifle and LMG that dropped. So I was correct in assuming, I guess, in the first video, because I kind of did say that it would probably be the last amount of weapons we get, but I did have a hunch maybe there'd be a Season 6 Reloaded, but there isn't. There's literally no new updates regarding weapons. So anyway, the last challenge I've got to do is for this weapon, and it is for the Priceless Camo. I've got to go and get 15 operator kills shortly after aim down sight with this weapon. So once I do that, I'll have the final Priceless Camo and the final Interstellar Camo. And what I'll do is I'll just inspect every Priceless and Interstellar Camo on all the weapons I've done since the first video, which will probably be every single DLC weapon in the game, because I do not think I did any DLC weapons in the first unlocking video. I think they were all just the standard base weapons. But anyway, so let's hop into some hardcore. You already know how it goes. Hardcore speeds up the misery of camo grinding. It makes everything so much more easier, so much more quicker. I've got it on track, as you can see up there, just to make sure I can keep track of that in game. I mean, that's a super simple challenge though, so I'm probably not going to have any difficulty doing that within the first few minutes of the match. Hey, we've got Sunny Shipment. Let's go. I actually really like the Sunny Shipment in this game. Like, not only were we asking for this map for, like, the longest time, and, you know, they've only just decided to dump it in the game in the last, like, month, but it just looks so good. I don't know if you guys have even played on the Shipment map, the Sunny one yet. It's phenomenal. I'm about to show you. If you haven't played on it, it looks beautiful. I know some people haven't really been on MW3 recently. They're just kind of waiting for Black Ops 6, and other people are just kind of playing Warzone and doing this whole event thing. But honestly, you've got to see this map. It is phenomenal. Here we go. Look at the sky on this map. Oh my god. It is beautiful. If you can see that, guys, in the corner there, my mic keeps popping up, and it's not because my mic's actually in. It's I have this faulty connection on my wire, and it's been doing it for God knows how long. I think it happened because, like, a while ago... Oh, great. We've got lag. Okay. Yeah, a while ago, I was just like, and I'd say probably half a year ago or something like that, I actually pulled, like, I accidentally tugged my Elgato chat link cable out. Well, basically this wire that allows me to hear game chat and pick it up on recording, but... I accidentally tugged it, and what happened was it yanked out, and now, like, the 3.5mm jack, the little thing that you stick into the controller, it's buggered. It's like, it's bent at this angle. So now, like, when I plug it in, it just starts frapping. The audio starts sounding really weird, and that's not to confuse with the whole frapping issue with that whole lag problem that happened, like, a few months ago or so when I made that video. Now, that was legitimately server-related when the audio was cutting in and out. That was happening even when I was not using my chat link cable. But yeah, no, it's really annoying. So honestly, it sometimes looks like I have my mic accidentally plugged in or something, and it's really just that. It's just that my thing's crackling inside of the port. That's why it's making the mic pop up. But my mic is not switched on. Thank God. Okay, we've done like 10 out of 15 on progress. See, I told you, this is going to be like the easiest challenge ever. And it's a nice little easy one to just leave it up on, you know? Final camo. I do it as like a culture on this channel now, just to document all my progress, because I know people probably will assume that if you're a camo grinder and you've unlocked a mastery camo, that you're probably just going to go and finish it anyway. But a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't finish the mastery grind. They do... Oh, there we go. It's unlocked. Priceless. There we go. So that will also mean I've got Interstellar on this weapon as well. So, but yeah, a lot of people don't actually complete the grinds. They do the mastery camo on a certain number of weapons that they need to do, and then they'll just give up after that, and they might do it on a few other of their favorite DLC weapons, and then they'll just, like, kind of leave the grind be. In my case, I really like to maximize out the grind. So I did the same thing with Atomic in Vanguard. I did it with Damascus in 2019's Modern Warfare. I did it with Dark Ether I got on every weapon. In Cold War. Hell, I even went out my way and did it with MWT's Orion and Polyatomic. So, yeah, it's kind of a culture here that I just get it on every weapon. let's now just, I guess, cut to the inspects. I'll inspect every, like I say, every priceless camo on all the DLC's weapons I've finished since the first video. And then same with Interstellar. My god, this audio is ass. It sounds so, like, distant when it's not plugged in properly. Holy shit. Anyway, let's get to the inspects. Okay guys, so here we find ourselves on the inspects part of the video. As always, the webcam isn't going to be included in the top corner because it does obscure the screen and the inspects. So there's about 24 DLC weapons in this game since the launch, and the launch had about 36 weapons. So in total, there's about 60 weapons in the game, which is actually, I think, pretty fair to end the game out on with a solid 60 weapons. Usually it's an odd number, and usually it's not even that many, but in this game, I mean, you've got the mass selection of MW2 weapons that you already got from last year that transferred over, and now you've got another 60 in this game. So in a way, I'm kind of glad that they stopped adding more for the rest of the season, and they're not going to add any more with Black Ops 6 coming out, because in the past, we did have other games that got newer DLC weapons well after the game's lifespan had ended, and it was mostly because of the fact that the game was so popular. So that kind of thing happened with Modern Warfare 2019, and it also happened with Cold War, I believe, and I'm not sure if it's happened with other weapons in other games, but let's talk about the grind a bit more. I mean, these, obviously, there's nothing really to add regarding the actual base grind itself. Like I already discussed about the Priceless and the Interstellar grinds when I did those in their own videos, so check out the part ones for those videos. But I guess for the past 8 months or so since doing this grind, I've done some of these weapons here and there, not rushed it, because like I say, once you've got the base camo, like the base grind out of the way, the DLCs aren't essential. It's just that I feel a need personally to master these games. Otherwise, I feel like I've not done every weapon in the game and I've not tried everything out. So in my case, like, you know, I've just kind of chilled out like I usually do, did a few of these weapons, and obviously with each of these weapons, I've actually gotten them at the same time. The Priceless and the Interstellar Camo are obviously unlocked at the same time, because once you get the Priceless Camo after getting the base 36 done, or how many 36 you selected to do, then just getting Priceless immediately gives you the Interstellar Camo. So I'm just going to like read out the dates of when I got each of these camos, because I did keep track of that. So for the ARs, I did the Ram 7 on the 20th of February. For the BP50, I got that done on the 13th of March. For the BAL 27, that was on the 7th of May. For the STG 44, it was on the 30th of July. For the SOA Subverter, so this is for battle rifles, I did that on the 26th of March. The DTIR 3006, obviously, I just did today on the 5th of October. For the SMGs, I did the HRM 9 on the 20th of February, the Ram 9 on the 12th of March, the FJX Horus on the 25th of April, the Superi 46 on the 5th of July, the Static HV on the 26th of July. Then for the shotguns, I did the Reclaimer 18 on the 12th of July. For the LMGs, I did the TAC Eradicator on the 25th of March. The TAC Volvo was on the 26th of February. For the Cast-Off LSW, I did that on the 4th of October, so that was just yesterday. And I did the Kar 98K for marksman rifles on the 24th of March. For the snipers, I did the XRK Stalker on the 21st of February. For the Moore Sniper, I did that on the 9th of April. For the launchers, I did the Stormender on the 29th of March. And the Torque 35, I did that on the 15th of September. Then for melees, I did the Soul Render on the 29th of March, the Gladiator on the 1st of May, the Sledgehammer on the 14th of July, and the Spear on the 15th of September. So as you can see, a lot of those dates are very, very spread out, and they're all over the place. As with the normal grind, when I was doing the base 36, I would have done them in chronological order. So I would have worked from top to bottom, down ARs, then top to bottom, down SMGs, etc., etc. But with these ones, you can just kind of like, you know, pick and choose. Like, I'm just going to do an SMG, I'm going to do this one, or, you know, it'll usually be based on whichever new weapons have been dished out with the new season. So it's very chill. I didn't really enjoy, to be fair, playing MW3 that much throughout the year. It's not that it's a bad game, I just kind of got fed up of being on it all the time, as I think anyone would be if they were playing the same game all the time for their content. That's why a lot of these were just so spaced out with how often I was doing them. Also at this time, somewhere around a few months ago, I would have been doing Zombies grind, to be fair. So coming back to multiplayer and doing the new DLCs would have been like not as much of a priority, because I was doing the base weapons for Zombies, Serpentinite, and Borealis grind. But anyway, yeah, so that's the 24 weapons. I have to say as well, it's kind of surprising. The only weapon class in this game that didn't see any DLC weapons added to it was the pistols category. That's the only one. Every other category has had a new addition
addition of DLC weapons. And it's kind of surprising because in the past, it usually would be the launchers that don't get any DLCs by the end of the game's lifespan. But this game received 2 different launchers, obviously one of them being more of a bow and arrow type. But again, that's usually what launchers are like. They're not all just grenades and Pilo-like launchers that, you know, aircraft launcher kind of things. But honestly, I have to say, the Stormender being the most useless one of them, I didn't really enjoy it. I'm so glad, though, that the challenges in this game are not difficult for the grind, and that's something I have to say genuinely. Like, they do an awesome job with this game in just making the challenges reasonable for the type of weapon you're doing, more or less. Obviously, I've discussed in the other grind videos that there's some nuances here and there where one challenge will have ridiculously stupid challenges like stunning enemies, and then the next you've got one that's just telling you to do 15 ADS kills or something. Like, there's definitely those inconsistencies still, but I have to say, for DLCs at least, I've noticed they've been pretty simple. The inspecs for these look incredible. A lot of them are really interesting looking inspecs. And yeah, like, I have to say, when it comes to like the launchers and the melees, the more like tedious kind of weapons that we've seen in the past, they don't make you do an awful lot of camos, and you don't have to spend too much time leveling them up. And I think that's fantastic. Going into Black Ops 6, I want to see more of that. I don't want it to get easier, because I've heard it could be getting easier, and that in a way kind of annoys me, because it's meant to be a mastery grind, not a basic camo unlock grind. I honestly don't think they need to make the grind even easier. If we are looking at Modern Warfare 2019, that was the most ridiculous grind we've ever seen in COD, with like 100 camos per weapon, regardless of what that weapon was. Even the shield had 100 camos, and it was all the same camo packs with the same camos. They weren't unique to the weapons. And then we saw it get easier for Black Ops Cold War when they decreased it from 100 camos to about 30 something camos per weapon for zombies and multiplayer, which did obviously total up to about 60 in total if you were doing both grinds. But even then, that was like half as easy as the year before. Then Vanguard, they did increase it to 50 camos per weapon, but they were super easy, and a lot of them had overlaps. And then they made it even easier from MW2, and then they've made it easy for this game. I don't think it needs to get easier again. I know I've heard that they're going to be allowing you to start camo grinding the moment you start using the weapon instead of having to level it up, but I hope that's what they leave it at least. I'm just hoping that we have these streamlined, at least kind of camo systems going into BO6. It's very fun, and these camos do look great. I have to say, the Priceless camo definitely looks better than the Interstellar camo, surprisingly, on some of these maps, but then the Interstellar seems to come out on top on most of the maps, I'd say. And something I mentioned actually in the first Interstellar video was a bit about the Orion camo from MW2, and I was comparing it to this, and I don't know, I kind of feel like the Orion camo looks better than Interstellar now with the recent glowing update, because at that time, Orion didn't really glow and it looked a bit shit, but now it looks really nice. So I'm kind of on the fence with which one's actually the better Galaxy camo, but I think with BO6 coming out, it doesn't matter, because we're about to get a whole new Dark Matter camo, and that thing is reactive, and it just looks phenomenal. Anyway, yeah, that's everything. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, drop a like, leave me a comment if you want, and check out the links down below. But with that being said, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye, guys.